Okay, this is gonna be a funny one, but just stick with me. I promise you this stuff works. Have you ever paid attention to the expressions on your face? This is gonna sound really funny at first, but if you notice, if you start to take note and pay attention to the times when like you're stressed out or you feel like something is really, really difficult or not going your way, you'll notice, of course, that we have like an annoyed kind of expression or like a pained sort of expression, or like if we're trying to figure something out, we might be like, really scrunched up. But it's important for us to take note of when we are having like a negative sort of expression on our face so that we can change it. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to change your life, that this is going to like completely flip your mood, but it does have an effect. It does have a positive effect. And not only that, but this is going to help you prevent the creation of wrinkles later on. So if that's what you're going for, I mean, there's a plus there too. But you guys have likely heard like the thought of, oh, if you like the fake it till you make it, like smile and you'll eventually be happy thing. I don't necessarily adhere to that because I don't think that smiling is going to suddenly make you feel happy. I don't think that you can trick yourself into thinking that you're happy if you truly are not, if you have not done the inner work to truly make yourself happy. No, I don't think that that's really true. But I do think that the way that we hold ourselves and the expressions that we have do have a slight impact on our emotional state in that moment. So if we're looking for a quick fix on how to make the now a little bit better than it currently is, here are some little tricks on how to do that. Sometimes we're going to have to, in life, encounter things that we don't like or things that we have to do, but we don't really want to, and we just have to power through and get it done. But when we encounter those stressful situations, if we take note of if our face is getting super scrunched up and we're like stressed out, to kind of relax it, calm your face so that it doesn't exude that stressful expression. This sounds funny, but trust me, it works. If you give it a try and just try to relax your face a little bit. Anytime you notice that you're getting like really like scrunched up or like frustrated with something, this is super common. Like if you're focusing really hard on something at work, like you're trying to figure something out, oftentimes we lean into our computers and we start like, getting really stressed out about it. But this is counterproductive because the more that you exude physically this feeling of stressfulness, this feeling of this is so difficult, why can't I figure this out, the more you are going to convince yourself that it is difficult, that you're not going to figure it out. And we've talked about similar themes of this before. So it's not that your body is going to 100%, create your mood, but it will have an influence on it. So as we've talked about before, our brains like to be right. So if we are dealing with a very difficult problem that we're trying to solve and we're thinking, oh gosh, looking for the solution, like searching for the solution. And if we exude this stressful type of energy, our brains will comprehend that as proof that yes, this is hard. This is too hard for me to do. I cannot find the solution. And it'll just become this feedback loop of like, my body's showing me that I'm stressed, so this must be even more stressful than I initially thought. Because when it's just in our heads, we think, okay, maybe there's a solution to this, but then our brains take the cues of our body going, ooh, we're really starting to take on a whole different form here. We were sitting up straight earlier and now we're super hunched over. Now we've got this pained expression on our face. This must be really, really difficult. So the first thing is to take note that this is happening. You go, oh, I'm exuding stress, and then reverse it. So it doesn't mean that you have to be like totally fake and be like, oh, I'm just a happy person now. Like that's not really going to help you. It's not about ignoring your emotions. It's just about relaxing your state of mind so that you can move through the situation effectively. So instead of exuding stress, fix your posture, sit up straight, and relax your face. It's not that you have to smile, it's not that you have to pretend like things are good, but relax. You could first start this by even just like practicing like a blank expression, and just nothing. You don't have to be happy, you don't have to be sad, you don't have to be stressed, you don't have to be overjoyed, nothing. You can just be nothing. Nothing at all. But you'll notice that with this blank slate, it's much, much easier to start thinking again. Because when we become overly stressed, when we exude that stressful expression, our brains become filled with these ideas of this is hard, all of these overanalyzations, which are unnecessary and actually take you farther away from finding the solution. So once we just create like this blank slate, it allows space for more ideas to flow. Give it a try and let me know if it works for you. And again, you don't have to like fake it. It just can be blank. There's nothing. Just don't use the stress muscles in your face. Your mind knows what the stress muscles feels like and will associate that and will start to think, oh, this is difficult. So the second part to relaxing your face, after you had a relaxed expression and you're starting to think a bit more, your thoughts are flowing better. Next, the step is to start generating positive self-talk. So it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And again, it doesn't have to be fake, but just allowing yourself to receive information. So we're in this blank slate state, and we start slowly integrating thoughts to ourselves of like, this is solvable. I've solved so many problems before. I can most definitely solve this one. Things like that. It doesn't mean like, oh, this is easy, or this is, you're gonna know that you're lying, but it's just allowing yourself to have that space of, yes, anything is available to me as long as I'm open to receiving it. And that is how you manifest a solution. This works too in so many different situations. I think the work situation is like one of the most relatable ones, but another situation in which I found this extremely useful is exercise. And I know I bring this up a lot, but it's very useful and I love exercising. When I was young, I hated exercising. I thought it was boring, and it was just I think because it was integrated in school, I was like, oh, this is just another thing that I have to do, something that someone else is telling me to do that I didn't choose to do. And so for that reason, I constructed this idea in my head of that I don't like it. I don't want to do it because somebody else is telling me to do it. And so I would have this super pained expression on my face, and my body would be I would be struggling to do anything, acting super bratty about it because I didn't want to do it. But having that expression and having that sort of physical behavior physically made the activity so difficult for me, and I couldn't understand why I was so bad at it. But it was because I wasn't putting in the effort. I wasn't putting in the mental effort of going, I got this. This is not that bad. Instead, I was making a drag out of it, being I have to do this, And then every time something was difficult for me, have that super this is hard expression. But as I got older and I realized how much I loved the benefits of exercising, I realized that practicing this blank slate expression during exercise actually helps you. And this is difficult because I know that when it physically hurts and you're straining, you want to be but trust me, just give it a try and start practicing it, and it will become easier, and you'll find yourself becoming stronger because again, it creates that blank slate. It creates space in your mind to realize that, yes, this is possible. Of course, this is possible for me. Anything is possible for me. Yeah, and you start to incorporate that positive self-talk as well. Like, this is natural. This is what I do. This is what I do, and you think about all the benefits that you're going to get from it. This takes time to develop naturally, but over time it will become very, very natural, and your face will become very relaxed. And again, like, it doesn't always have to be 100% blank, but that's just the starting point. The starting point is just blank slate, and then you allow yourself to receive positivity from that. So for instance, when I'm working out, like, my face is just relaxed, just like this. I mean, you can still see the determination in the eyes. That's a good thing, because you're having all of this positive talk in your head of like, I can do this, this is natural for me, all that kind of stuff. I'm so strong, like, this is not even that hard. Things like that. And you'll find every single thing that you used to think was so difficult no longer is. Because everything is accessible to you. It truly is. You are all capable of anything that you want. You are so amazing. I love you guys, and let me know how this works for you.